Angel Reese is the villain, Caitlin Clark is the hero, and Angel Reese continued to play into it last night by getting ejected, and it's almost like it's all scripted.
Angel Reese's actions have led to significant consequences after the Chicago Sky sued her for using steroids in a desperate and illegal attempt to enhance her performance. This not only embarrassed her team but also tarnished the reputation of the entire league. Despite her questionable tactics, her stats remained impressive, and rumors about her coach, Teresa Weatherspoon, being involved in the scandal added to the controversy.
It's real. The addiction to attention is real.
Reese's downfall was surprising, revealing how deeply her need for attention and jealousy of Caitlin Clark affected her. Ultimately, her career was ruined by greed and desperation. The Chicago Sky is now facing harsh backlash for making a poor decision, but Reese is ultimately responsible for her actions, and the repercussions are just beginning.
Reese said, hey, she'll play the villain role. Kennedy Carter certainly embraces that as well. Chad, right after we're discussing Angel Reese and the villain in the storyline and the plot that brings eyeballs to the product of Caitlin Clark on tour across the WNBA. She's ejected for the first time in her WNBA.
Angel Reese's career is rapidly collapsing, and she has no one to blame but herself. Her emotional outbursts, where she praised coach Teresa Weatherspoon as a guiding light, are now ironic. Reese is accusing Weatherspoon of being involved in the steroid scandal, shifting from admiration to blame. This wasn't a small mistake. Reese was caught using anabolic steroids and EPO, which significantly enhance muscle mass and endurance. These are blatant forms of cheating, not mere bad judgment. As the scandal unfolds, Reese's decisions have put her in the public eye for all the wrong reasons. What once seemed like a bright career is now overshadowed by disgrace, leaving Reese to face the consequences of her actions and forever altering her legacy in the sport.
Reese comes up with a steal. Reese all the way in to give LSU the lead.
And Angel Reese is stirring this up. So while she doesn't, Angel Reese always comes off as the...
Angel Reese has managed to position herself as a victim, despite being the one responsible for the turmoil around her. The backlash has been severe, with both fans and the media questioning whether she ever truly had talent or if her entire career was built on a chemically enhanced illusion. Her reputation is in ruins, much like her jump shot, which was never particularly impressive. The Chicago Sky wasted no time suspending her after the steroid scandal broke, amplifying the controversy and further damaging the team. The situation has only worsened, with the locker room now in chaos. Reese has blamed her coach, Teresa Weatherspoon, whom she once regarded as a guiding figure. Some have speculated that Weatherspoon may have even encouraged Reese to use steroids due to the team's lackluster performance. However, Reese is ultimately accountable for her actions. She didn't just make a mistake or experiment with prohibited substances, she knowingly used anabolic steroids and EPO, both of which are strictly banned in the WNBA. After months of rumors, positive test results confirmed her use of these substances, marking a dramatic and irreversible turn in her career. Her suspension has drawn harsh condemnation from fans, and the possibility of her career ending looms large, not because of an injury, but because she chose to cheat instead of competing with integrity.
Thing about her game that's really interesting, that is going to translate to people who may not watch.
Let's highlight Caitlin Clark, a player who excels on the court through skill, not steroids.
WNBA has been around a couple of decades, and people didn't notice the game. They're noticing it now. Well, that's because of Caitlin Clark, not...
Angel Reese averaged 11.5 points and 9.2 rebounds, mostly off her own missed shots, while Caitlin Clark dominated effortlessly, scoring 20 points per game and shattering assist records with ease.
Reese prematurely ended her rookie season to spare herself the embarrassment of losing Rookie of the Year to Caitlin.
Compared to Caitlin Clark, whose exceptional performance added immense pressure, Angel Reese appeared lethargic and unable to rise to the challenge. Reese's decision to use steroids was the worst mistake she could have made. Her already lackluster stats, including her alleged double-doubles, lost all significance. The Chicago Sky, struggling with a dismal 13-27 record, became a complete disaster under the cloud of banned substances. Even Reese's steroid-fueled efforts couldn't save the team. Her individual numbers became meaningless as the team's performance plummeted, and the controversy surrounding her only worsened the situation. It didn't just tarnish her career, it also spiraled the Chicago Sky into a deeper crisis.
And her coach, former coach I should say, Teresa Weatherspoon. We had all heard a few weeks ago that the Chicago Sky said goodbye to Teresa Weatherspoon, saying that it was time to, quote, make a...
The stark contrast between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark ignited media frenzy, with Clark's raw talent earning her the title of WNBA's Golden Child. In a bid to stay relevant, Reese adopted a villain persona, but instead became a lead punchline. Clark stood out through skill alone, free from drama or performance enhancers, solidifying herself as a true star while distancing from Reese's controversial downfall.
Chicago Sky had major culture issue under fired head coach. That, of course, is Teresa Weatherspoon, first-year coach criticized for tailoring game plan to benefit Reese. And again, many of us could...
Reese adopted a villain persona in a desperate attempt to stay relevant, believing it would keep her in the spotlight. However, the only attention she now receives highlights her failures. Her scandal only worsened the team's already dire situation, leading to a complete implosion. Coach Teresa Weatherspoon was dragged into the controversy, with rumors suggesting she might have encouraged Reese to use steroids to improve the team's poor performance. If true, this represents a new level of disgrace, as it's deeply shameful for a coach to encourage a player to cheat instead of fostering integrity and hard work.
Was tailoring the Sky's game around one or two players led to some serious dysfunction inside.
Reese's actions shattered the team's fragile unity, and the scandal not only ended her career, but also rocked the organization to its core. When the dust settled, the locker room was in chaos, trust was gone, morale was at an all-time low, and no one wanted to play with a teammate who betrayed them all.
Pissed off because they're not just like, it's not just about one player, it's about me too. And it's like, wait, time out. Nobody, I haven't even seen it.
The Chicago Sky needed a complete overhaul, tired of the constant drama, dysfunction, and scandals, particularly involving Reese. Teresa Weatherspoon wasn't spared from the fallout either. Both she and Reese were fired. The message was clear: no more chaos, distractions, or Angel Reese damaging the team's reputation. Her time with the Sky is officially over, and honestly, it couldn't have come soon enough for an organization eager to move forward and rebuild.
Everybody had an opinion on Angel Reese, and Angel Reese is stirring this up. So while she doesn't, Angel Reese always comes off as...
Angel Reese's career is hanging by a thread, and things are deteriorating rapidly. She didn't just make a mistake, she ruined her future by becoming embroiled in a steroid scandal, leading to her suspension and eventual dismissal by the Chicago Sky. Now, instead of being remembered for her once promising talent, her legacy is forever tainted by scandal and cheating. It's hard to imagine any team taking a chance on a player whose relevance was built on controversy rather than skill. The real question isn't whether she'll return, but whether any team would want her back, especially with new, clean talent emerging in the WNBA. Reese is furious, feeling that it's not just about the league, but about her as well. But her transformation from a rising star to a total disaster has been swift, and her decline leaves little room for comeback. With the WNBA's future brightening thanks to players like Caitlin Clark, Reese's chances of rejoining the league appear slim. Her reputation is in ruins, and her entire legacy is now marred by controversy and the steroid scandal. Meanwhile, fans have moved on, and the WNBA doesn't need the bad press, especially now that it's gaining traction. Caitlin Clark, on the other hand, is thriving. Recently signing a $28 million contract with Nike, Clark continues to dominate on the court and is emerging as the new face of the league. Brands are eager to collaborate with her, recognizing her talent and clean image, while Reese stays in the background, desperately trying to salvage the remnants of a shattered career. The Chicago Sky parted ways with Angel Reese quickly, and it's hard to fault their decision. By letting her go, the team made it clear they were ready to move on and rebuild without the ongoing drama and controversy her presence would have continued to stir. Reese's involvement in a steroid scandal turned her into a public relations nightmare, making her a major liability for the organization. Her actions brought negative attention to herself and risked damaging the integrity of the entire team. Given the Sky's already existing challenges, parting ways with Reese was likely a necessary step. With Reese gone, the Sky can finally move past the scandal and focus on rebuilding their reputation in the league. As for Reese, her future in professional basketball now hangs in the balance. Her use of steroids only worsened an already disappointing season, and keeping her on the roster would have kept team morale low and made it even harder for them to recover. The WNBA, a league that emphasizes young, clean talent, may not offer Reese many opportunities moving forward. The shadow of the drug scandal will likely follow her for the rest of her career. Finding a path to redemption seems almost impossible in an increasingly competitive league, leaving Reese to wonder if any team would be willing to take a chance on her after everything that's transpired.